Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today with one of my most anticipated Barbie unboxings of the new year, and that is our Barbie Fashionista 195, our brand new wheelchair Ken. Now, the real question I'm going to be asking today is if this is a new skin tone for Made to Move or not, because it looks pretty similar to the Cam and the original wheelchair Ken, but fingers crossed it's gonna be close to our standard African American skin that we've gotten for so many Ken dolls along the way that only was made with the BMR green hair Ken. So fingers crossed. I will do a full skin tone comparison because this is a new Made to Move Ken doll. So, and I don't really count the Mermaid King as being a new one because he's on a superhero body and not the Made to Move Ken body. So here he is. He looks very cool. His wheelchair is a new color, so it's like a kind of like a fluorescent navy blue, and he's got like a lime green wheelchair ramp. Here is the new line of Fashionistas that are coming out this year. I do currently have this Ken, this wheelchair Barbie, the braces Millie, the curly hair tie-dye girl. This Ken has already gotten a review, so has this Barbie. And I have not seen these four in stores yet, unfortunately. But they all look very good. But here is his UPC in case you try to find him in stores. He's been available on Amazon for a hot minute, and I could have pre-ordered him, but when it comes to pre-ordering Barbies through Amazon, sometimes I wind up finding them in stores before I would have received my pre-order, so I don't love to do that. But here he is outside of the box. And, he's very cute. He's a new face mold. He's very cute. His outfit is kind of basic. It's like surfer chic, but look at the color of that wheelchair. Like, that's great. So let's nip off this main elastic that's holding him in place. And we will try to get him out without too much trauma to his body. So there he is, out and ready to face the world. And then let me get his little wheelchair ramp out. Very cute. I like that we get at least a wheelchair Ken, or at least a wheelchair Barbie, in each new Fashionista release is nice. But he looks very good. Very cute. But as you can see, I'm wheeling him back up against him, and what I want is this one. But unfortunately, he looks more like a new tone between Cam and Standard Ken. And this is actually a Steve Trevor Wonder Woman, the first movie, head that was made by Mattel. Let me cut his little elastics off so we can actually get him out of his chair. Okay. All right. So here he is. He looks very cute. I did order 2 of him because, you know, I want to have more than one. But he looks really cute. I'm not a huge fan of this style of haircut, but his hair looks pretty good. And I am not a huge fan of when they do rooted Kens, because when you put a rooted Ken in a box, his hair is going to get messed up. But look at those pretty green eyes. So he looks good. He's got all of his articulation. He does have some slides. I think we've seen these shoes before, but this is a 2020 Mattel. Maybe I missed his, the first one. I think this may be one of the Kens that doesn't currently have a face mold or a body tone that matches. And I think it's the Thai looking one has got this haircut. So it might not be an entirely new face mold like I thought it was. But the face painting on this one really does change it up. So what I wanted was this tone. And as you can see, it's close enough that I would say that head might look better on this body. But it is not identical. As you can see, this one has a slightly more brownish undertone than this one, which has more of a yellow undertone still. But it's pretty close. But let's compare him to the previous series wheelchair Ken, which is this one. So it's not the same tone. This one is actually somewhere in between these two. If you guys can see the difference. It's a very slight difference. But it's not this tone. Let's compare him to Cam and see how he looks against Cam. Because I think he is pretty close. Now, Cam is one of the Barbie Looks dolls. No. He's still darker. This is a new tone. That's exciting. So he is a new skin tone. I don't know if he has any matches yet, but he's a new skin tone. So that's exciting. I don't think I have any Kens that are kind of like a missing tone in between those two. But let me check my Ken box real quick. I do have a box of Ken heads that I keep around just because I know I'm going to need them eventually. So, in my box of Kens, that's how I upcycle my BMRs, my BMR boxes. So here is one of the soccer Ken. Are you the soccer Ken? I think he was a missing tone. You're not a bad match. But I actually don't think that's the soccer Ken, now that I'm remembering correctly. No, it might be. I think that's the most recent soccer Ken. But let's see. Who do we have? Anybody else that's missing a tone? Don't think so. Because here is the original head that goes on that other body. And he's slightly darker. He's slightly browner. I do keep extras of some of the heads. Let's see. You were on a standard Ken body. I think this one, which was our more recent soccer Ken, if I'm remembering correctly, I think this is him. I might not have taken him off his body yet. Or I might have some Kens that didn't make it in this box, because I have done a lot of reorganizing that has not been completed yet. But he looks pretty good. Like, I'm not going to say he's like a perfect addition. I would have loved to have seen more of the darker tone dolls be readily available, but it is nice that he's a new tone. It does not bode well for the fact that there is going to be a fight to try and find more of the original wheelchair Ken now, if this is going to be the one that's in stores. But he's very cool. So he would fit right in between these two guys. in our wonderful line of dolls. Now, I am still looking for them to make a doll in this tone. This tone is darker than the BMR doll, but not as dark as that one. And that is one of our Cal, I want to say his name was. But they're very pretty. They're great dolls. They are all available. This one was a BMR. He's got a new head on him. This was an original Ken. This is a BMR, and this was a Look doll. And the other three have their original heads still. So if you guys have questions on the skin tone matches of specific dolls, I do keep all of the made to moves that I have to where I can match them to other dolls if I have those dolls on hand. So if you guys have questions about a skin tone match for a Ken, hit me up in the comments of these videos, because I will more than happily look into my collection and see which ones I have. I do have most of the Kens of the modern era. I just don't have all of them. I will compare the new Ken to this body once I do that video. But I'm going to do all of the Fashionistas that I've picked up in one video going forward. Just because I picked up 3 of them, and it's a cute way to just kind of sync those videos all at once. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like. And as always, follow along for some more fun unboxings. Bye, y'all. Be good. Bye.